Without question, the early surprise of the college football season hails from Greenville, North Carolina. That's where the Pirates of East Carolina University have vaulted into the national rankings. With wins over Virginia Tech and West Virginia to start the season, Skip Holtz's club checks in at number 15 in the latest poll, and they're looking to shake up the BCS. And joining us now, senior quarterback Patrick Pinkney. Patrick, thanks so much for joining us. I mentioned the big wins to start the year, and then you get this scare last week against Tulane. In the end, though, you lead a last-minute drive through a touchdown pass to Jamar Bryant, and your team wins 28-24. Take us back to that final drive. What was going through your head as you're thinking, basically, we have to win or all of this magic ends?
Well, I got in a huddle on that drive, and I told my offense that we're going to win this game. And we practiced that 2-minute drill every day in practice. So when that time came in that game, when we needed that last, touchdown, everybody was comfortable. Everybody knew what they had to do on that drive each play. So when you got that, when you trust your teammates and you just execute on each play, and, good things happen, and everybody did their job, and, I just led my team to victory.
I mentioned the wins over Virginia Tech and West Virginia surprised most of the country. Were you at all surprised by your team's play in either of those games?
Like I said, we got great senior leadership on both sides of the ball. And when you have that, everybody plays so hard. We got a team with great toughness and great heart, and we believe that we can win each game. And our motto is go 1-0. And I think if we keep that mindset, we'll have a great year.
Both of those wins came at home. What was it like for you partying at midfield after beating national programs?
Well, I always do something after the game, and, I kneel down and give God thanks after every game. And, we paid the price this summer with Coach Golden, our strength coach, and we worked so hard. And we knew, our schedule going to be hard. So if we had that mindset to take 1 week at a time and believe in, what the coaches teach us and learn from our mistakes and just keep playing hard and have the determination to win, we can win those games.
I'm sure at some point during this 3-0 start, even you had to say, wow, we just did blank. At what point did you say that?
Well, like I said, it's a dream come true. It's college football. You want to be in the big stage. And I think our team, dealt with it good. We knew we weren't playing no flukes. We're playing powerhouse football. And I think when our teammates said we could believe that we can win and we have a great togetherness, on our team, and it's just like everybody just trusting each other. You just can't, can't doubt yourself because you're playing Virginia Tech, West Virginia. But like I said, they put on the pass just like we do. And each game is critical, so, you got to take them, and when you get in between those lines, it's just business. It's
interesting. You're the third Pinkney family member to play football at East Carolina. Your father, Reggie, and your Uncle Bill both played in the 70s. What does that mean for you to follow in their footsteps? It's a pretty good legacy. They had great success when they was here. And God put me here for a reason. I'm just having fun, Like I said, it's a dream come true. But, my dad always teased me, I probably had the best years here at East Carolina, but, he's the most humble man ever, and I love him to death. Well, Patrick, it's been a magical start to the season. Finish this sentence. At the end of the year, the East Carolina Pirates will be what?
Conference champs.
Conference champs. There you go, Patrick Pinkney. Congratulations. It's been very exciting to watch ECU start the season. Continued success to you and the rest of the club in 08.
Thank you.